Running an Airbnb can feel overwhelming. Between the guest messages, cleaning schedules, maintenance calls, and trying to keep costs down, it's easy to feel like you're drowning in work. But here's the good news. With a few smart property management tips, you can save yourself 20% of your time and cost without cutting corners. And in this video, I'm going to share the exact systems and tricks that I use that's not only saved me time, but also put more money back in my pocket. And it can do the same for you. But first of all, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because every single week I share behind the scenes strategies that help you start, grow, and scale a profitable Airbnb business. And if you're serious about starting, then I've linked my free 30-day Airbnb launch plan below. It's going to guide you step by step to launch your business the right way. All right, let's get into this. Tip number 1 is automate guest communication. And one of the biggest time wasters in Airbnb hosting is constantly messaging guests. What time is check-in? What's the Wi-Fi password? Where do I park? And if you're answering these questions manually, you're losing hours every single week. Here's the solution. Use Airbnb's automated messaging tools or use your own channel manager. Now you can set templates and automatically send welcome messages with check-in details, house rules, checkout instructions. This alone can save you 5 to 10 hours a week. Now, when I first started out, I thought personal replies showed good customer service. But I quickly realized guests don't care if you type it live. They care that the answer is clear and fast. And once I set up the automation, my response rate shot right up. My reviews improved, and I had more time to actually focus on growing the business. My biggest realization was this: systemize the repetitive task and personalize the special touches. So that's tip number 1. Next, we're going to move into tip number 2, which is streamline your cleaning and maintenance, because this is where most hosts lose money without even realizing it. Cleaning is one of the biggest expense and one of the biggest risks in your Airbnb business. If you get this part wrong, you're gonna waste money, you're gonna lose time, and you're gonna rack up bad reviews. You know, the game changer for me was using Turno, and here's why. Every cleaner on that platform has a live rating that's pulled directly from Airbnb guest reviews. So that means if a cleaner has hundreds of 5-star ratings, you know they're legit, because those scores are coming straight from the guests who stayed in those properties. You know, Turner completely streamlines the process of finding and verifying great cleaners. And when you find a good one, make sure you hold on to them, because here's the truth: a great cleaner is worth their weight in gold. Your cleaner is actually your first line of defense. You know, they're gonna notice things before you do. A leak under the sink, a broken chair, a guest who left damage. So that's why you don't just want someone who cleans. Like, you want someone who's observant, someone who's reliable, and someone who genuinely cares about your business. And you got to build a relationship with them. Reward them for good work, because a bad cleaner can ruin your business, but a great one can save it. Now, here's something a lot of Airbnb hosts overlook. Guests sometimes lie. They'll check out, they'll leave the place messy, and then claim it was spotless, or even worse, they'll damage something and deny it. And this is where Turno and other tools like it become priceless. You know, you can have cleaners take before and after pictures tagged with the time and location inside the app. That way, if a guest disputes a claim, Airbnb can see the evidence, and you don't lose any money in unnecessary refunds. This one step alone can save you thousands over the long run. And on top of that, keep things simple and repeatable. Create a cleaning checklist. Not only is this going to ensure your standards, but it also tells your cleaners exactly what photos to take each time. Simple. Second thing is use scheduling tools. Like, we use Zevo as our channel manager because it has everything in one place. You know, bookings, messaging, scheduling, and even cleaner coordination. Many other channel managers don't quite offer that same level of integration. But with Zevo and Turner working together, your cleaning system becomes automated, becomes trackable, and way less stressful. The lesson here is your cleaners are not just your staff, they're your business partners. Pick carefully, build trust, and systemize the whole process. Now, tip number 3 is buy bulk supplies. This might sound small, but it adds up really quickly. Toiletries, coffee, tea, cleaning products. If you buy them one by one, you're going to spend more money and waste time. Buy in bulk. Get wholesale packs of essentials, like store them in a locked cupboard of the property if you need to, or in a small storage unit nearby. But you need to have them. That way you can restock in one go instead of running around every single week. Like, this alone can cut your supply costs by 10 to 15% and reduce the time you spend shopping. You know, I used to run around, to the supermarkets every few days, when things would run out. It was a nightmare. Then I started ordering in bulk, and suddenly I had everything on hand. And you can buy bulk from places like Amazon and Costco. I saved money, my cleaners had what they needed at all times, and guests always had a fully stocked property. Like, small efficiencies add up to big savings over time. Now, if you're enjoying this tip so far, then I've got something for you. I've put together a free 30-day Airbnb launch plan that shows you how to set up your business the right way, from the systems to the scripts to scaling. The link is in the description, so grab it after this video. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because next week I'm breaking down how to find landlords who actually want to give you the properties, and you don't want to miss that. So tip number 4, standardize your checking in and your checking out process. This one right here is where I see most hosts wasting unnecessary time and money. If you're still meeting guests in person, waiting around for late arrivals, or answering the same check-in questions over and over again, you're setting yourself up for burnout. That's not what this business is all about. If you take the time to set the system up properly at the start, it will pay you back every single day in the long run. So here's how you do it. Number 1, get smart locks or lockboxes. Like, no more midnight key handovers. Guests get instant access with a simple code. It's as simple as that. Number 2, film a detailed check-in video. Walk through exactly how to access the property, how to find the building, where to park, how to open the lockbox or the keypad, what to do once they're inside. And then number 3 is host that video on the landing page. So we put that video on a simple web page that includes the Wi-Fi details, the house rules, local recommendations like where to eat, what to do, things to actually see nearby. It's basically like a digital welcome book, and guests love it, right? And they love it because they feel cared for, and you love it because you don't have to repeat yourself 100 times. Now, if you're just starting out and you don't have the tech for a landing page, then don't stress. Just create a very simple PDF with all the same key details. Upload your video onto a Google Drive or a Dropbox, and then add the link to the PDF. And then you can just use your channel manager. Again, we use Evo. Use that to automatically send that PDF to guests before their arrival. Yes, it takes a couple of hours up front, but once it's set up, you never have to explain the same thing ever again. Put in the work up front and it pays you off for years. And then tip number 5 is track your expenses and spot leaks early. This final tip is less glamorous, but it's actually what separates hobby hosts from real business owners, and it's tracking your expenses. The truth is, it's not usually the big cost that eats away at your profits. It's the small little leaks that you don't notice. A guest leaves the heating blasting for 2 days. Your cleaner takes an extra hour each time and charges you more. You keep rebuying those small little supplies because you didn't track what's already stocked. Here's how to fix it. Number 1, use your channel manager's expense tracking, right? That way you can see where you're at in real time at all times. Number 2, install smart thermostats or energy monitors, so you can see and control utility use remotely. And then number 3, set aside time each and every single month to actually review your cost. Don't just look at your income, study your expenses. I used to think tracking £5 or £10 here and there didn't actually matter. But when I added it all up at the end of the year, I realized I had wasted thousands of pounds without even noticing. Now, by plugging leaks early, things like energy waste, supply costs, and cleaner hours, I've protected my profits. And that discipline has made my business more scalable and not just surviving. What gets measured gets managed. So here's a quick recap. Number 1, automate guest communication, streamline cleaning and maintenance, bulk buy supplies, standardize check-in and check-out, do the work up front with the videos, landing pages, or the PDFs. And then number 5, track expenses, spot the leaks early, and build financial discipline. If you take these seriously, you're gonna free up hours of your time every single week and keep thousands more in profits every single year. Now, before you go, like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for weekly tips on building and scaling your Airbnb business, and download my free 30-day Airbnb launch plan below. It gives you the full blueprint for starting smart. And if you want to keep learning right now, then check out my video on the 4 Airbnb mistakes that cost hosts thousands. It's the perfect next step after these tips you've just heard. Because the truth is, Airbnb isn't just about listings, it's about systems. And the better your systems, the easier your life becomes. See you on the next video.